Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Paris here and welcome to your online workout videos. Our focus today is going to be our cool down and our stretching routine, and it's going to take us about 10 minutes. So when you're ready, I want you to come and join me and I'm going to explain what's going on while you're marching. So our marches, because this is a cool down, our marches should be less dynamic than when we were warming up, because our goal when we were warming up was to prepare our body for exercise and movement. Now with the cool down is to prepare us to get back to homeostasis. So we're allowing that heart rate to start slowing down, and we're doing that by keeping our movements a little bit smaller, but we're using the legs to help pump that blood back up to the heart. Of course, a reminder, folks, if you do have any underlying conditions, to be mindful of how exercise is going to be affecting you. Now we're going to stay here for a couple more moments, and we're going to make this a little bit more interesting with some taps forward in 4, 3, 2, all right, here we go with a little tap forward, tap, tap. So again, same thing, keeping those movements nice and small and minimal. We're gonna make this a little bit more interesting now. At any point, this gets to be a little too much, take it back to that marching. We're gonna take this wide in 3, 2, 1, here we go, tap it wide. Beautiful job, everyone. I'm really appreciative that you made time to be here today. After we're done this little mini cool down, we're gonna go into some stretching. Our stretching, of course, will be a focus on static stretching. That means we're gonna be holding the stretch, and we recommend anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds. For our purposes today, I'll be doing everything one time, but you're welcome to go through this twice. You're welcome to do this also 3 times. Maybe more if you like. All right, we ready for this? March it back out, let's finish it. And we're gonna start with a calf stretch. I'm gonna go on a bit of a diagonal for you so you can see everything. You wanna place that heel on the ground, nice tall spine, breathe through this, and then bend that front knee. Now for what I'm gonna be doing today, we're gonna be holding anywhere from about 10 to 15 seconds. Hold it longer if you'd like. From there, we're gonna take that foot, we're gonna step it in just a pinch. We're gonna shift our hips back. Your toe is going to come up, and then we're gonna feel a light stretch through the back of the thighs. We also call those our hamstring muscles. Now, if you're going, Jess, I feel it in my calves, that is also normal, because our gastrocnemius, the large part of our calves, crosses our knee joint along with our ankle joint. So you'll notice when we're sitting in here stretching the back of our thighs, we may also feel it in our calves. Then from there, let's shift our weight. If you have balance issues, let me be mindful and remind you, you can use the wall, you can use a chair. We're gonna grab that foot. Naturally, a lot of us wanna go here. I want you to try to pull this back as far as you can. So think about opening up that chest, getting the leg in alignment with the other leg. A little squeeze in your bottom will help create reciprocal inhibition, which will allow the hip flexor muscles to relax a bit. Let's hold that a little bit longer, and then we're gonna go into a figure 4 stretch. You're gonna take that leg, pull it across. Again, balance. Use a chair if you need to. Use that wall, and then you're gonna sit down. This is gonna help open the muscles on the side of the hips. You can choose to bring your hands to heart center if you'd like, or add a challenge, crisscross, and then pull those arms together to open up that back a bit. Then we're gonna take the leg that's lifted and we're gonna go into a side stretch for the inner thighs. So when you're ready, I'm gonna face you. I'm planting this foot. Remember, this leg is going to be stretched next. So you're gonna bend that knee, because conveniently, we're gonna rotate this way so this other calf gets done in a moment. Welcome to your adductors, your inner thigh muscles. Your adductors, their purpose is to add your leg back to that midline. Staying here a couple more moments, and then we're gonna shift and go into the calves. So when you're ready, rotate that foot, press that heel down, nice tall spine, bend that knee, breathe through this. So our calf muscles, 2 major calf muscles that we have, your gastrocnemius and also your soleus. Your soleus is a smaller muscle right below your gastrocnemius. So we're gonna stay here for a couple more moments. Then from there, we're gonna shift our weight back to get into the back of the thighs. In 3, 2, all right, step that foot in just a pinch. Shift so the heel is on the ground, toes up, sit down into this. Again, nice long spine. And like I said, you may feel this in your calf, but the goal is the back of the thighs. And then beyond that, we're gonna grab that leg and we're gonna stretch out the front of the hips. Getting ready to transition, place that foot on the ground, and then come grab that leg. Same thing, pull it back, squeeze the glutes, open up that chest. If balance is an issue, use a chair, use a wall, but making sure you have a focal point. Maybe you have to touch your nose, maybe your belly button, or my favorite, the Carol Burnett, give it a little ear tug. And then we're gonna take that leg across for a figure four. So pull that leg across, hands to heart center if you'd like, and sit as deep as you comfortably can. Think about how breath is affecting you through these stretches. So if you just want to do these stretches, that's fine. We usually encourage you that your muscles are warm before you do this. But if this is going to get you moving, it's better than nothing, isn't it? Remember, you have the option to go here. Getting ready to stretch those inner thigh muscles. This leg is going to come across. You're going to bend this knee and then move into this, so feel a nice light stretch through those inner thighs. Then we're going to do a couple of upper body stretches, focusing primarily on the chest, because a lot of us are probably here right now. We really want to open you up, and then we're going to get into the lats. Last two, last one, stand it up. So let's do a nice shoulder roll to the back. If you're able to, bring your fingertips together, interlace them, and then open up. Start nice and low right at your bottom. And then as you feel like you can, put a little bend in the knee so the pelvis can stay neutral. And then pull those arms up as high as you comfortably can. If you can't pull them up, not a big deal. If you can't bring your hands together, what you can do instead is bring that arm back and use the wall, and then do the other side using the wall. Then from there, I'm going to face you and we're going to go into a lat stretch. So first, we're just going to do a pull across, but I want you to think you're reaching across the room, and then I want you to shift your hips back, place your hand on your thigh for support. And then from there, we're going to stay here a couple more moments. We're going to take that elbow up towards the ceiling, and we're going to rotate and open it into this. You ready? Breathe through this. Gentle gaze. So my knees are still bent. Can you do this standing? Absolutely. If that's easier, or if that's easier, your choice. We're trying to gently gaze past that elbow, opening up that chest, but also opening up through the armpits. You're also going to feel this potentially in the obliques, the muscles of the side of the abdomen. Let's release that. Same thing, sit down into this, pull that arm across like you're trying to grab somebody from across the room, and then shift that hip back and over to the side. So you're going to feel a bit through the triceps, all through that armpit, even the obliques, and maybe a little bit into the lower back. Depends on how tight and where you're tight. And then when you're ready, you can either stay here or stand up as you shift that elbow up. So remember, you could be here, you could be here, trying to gently gaze past that elbow, thinking about opening up that chest, and then a little reach. So we get those obliques. We also get through the lats and that posterior deltoid. We're almost there, folks. Quick shoulder roll coming up. We're going to call it a day. Whew. Couple of shoulder rolls just to reset everything. Move that head to the chin, to the ceiling. Take a peek over. Take a peek over. Ear to shoulder. Ear to shoulder. Roll out those wrists. Give yourselves a hand. You did it. Great job. See you in